Shri Sanjay Verma avare, Director of Finance, Shri Vivek avare, BHV Prasad avare, Mr. Shyam Kamath, Sudarshanji, to all of you here, to the people I met during lunch, and Niliruvanta Pratyobrugu, Obbobrugu, E Nimma Rameshna, Preetiya Sihi, Namaskaraಗಳು. Life is so beautiful, Ray. See, I feel life is so beautiful because I was in school, okay, 4th standard. In my school, there was a school day, and all of us were supposed to make 3D models and bring it for the exhibition, okay? The topic of the day was Pride of India. And all of us are making models and bring it. There's one student who's got cutouts of Gandhiji and Vallabhbhai Patel, Pride of India. There's somebody else who has made a Tirupati temple and he has kept it. Somebody else has done a Taj Mahal. And somebody else has done Bakranangal Dam. You know what I did? I took a kg cardboard, painted it full blue and called it the Arabian Sea. Then I took a shoe box, opened it out that side, this side, made it a ship, and you won't believe it, that was a petroleum refinery offshore. That was and I called it the Pride of India. It came in Illustrated Weekly in that time. On Illustrated Weekly cover, I saw this, okay? Offshore petrol, what's it called? I don't know, whatever. Huh? Rig, yes. There was a ship and there was some straws and all on the top. I still remember taking straws and making pipes and making it. And then today, Mr. Sudarshan shows me this entire thing. I said, life is so beautiful. This is what I started with. As Pride of India, I see it here. It is the Pride of India, sir. He was just telling me, you are the highest taxpayer in Karnataka. Thank you. You are the biggest industry. Yes. We've heard about Infosys. We know about, I never knew. You are the biggest industry. You are truly the Pride of India. I'm so happy to be here. Because I go there, okay? They show me all these huge tanks where they store all these various things. I've done the same thing in school. You know this Pond's powder box? It used to have a cap. I used to remove the cap and keep it that as those cylinders that I saw today. And I end up here one day talking to you guys. It's so beautiful. Life is so beautiful. I can't believe this, Ree. Something I did in school as a project. I land up and see it with my own eyes here today. And the beauty of it, sir, life is beautiful as it is for everybody. For an actor, it is more beautiful. Because the guys who know my Kannada films, who have seen Amritavashini here, yes, these guys, oh lovely, so many of you. These guys know why an actor's life is beautiful. In Amritavashini, I go to my best friend's house, I fall in love with his wife, I kill him, and they gave me an award for that. Can you believe it? That can happen only to the actor, right? And then 25, see, I played a killer, they gave me an award for that. 25 years later, I do Shivaji Suratkal recently, where I'm the guy who finds the killer, I'm the detective, they gave me an award for that also. So you are a killer, they give you an award. You're a detective, they give you an award. Now next year I decided to be a dead body and get an award for that too. It's such a beautiful life to be an actor. So I was telling this man, he came with me, I said, sir, what a great life. The best part is the way I connect with people. Wherever I go, I get people, the love I get, you know. So I use all these occasions to just go and say thank you. I just came here for that. I want to tell you people, thank you, I'm here because of you. That's what I came for. And he said, sir, yeah, I said, I'm here because of you guys, thank you. And he said, sir, that is figuratively. Even in reality, you are here because of us. The petrol in your car, the tar on your road, the LPG in your morning tiffin, everything is because of us. You are here because of us. You can thank us for that too. So thank you for everything. This when I come here and I see the great, because I'm an engineer, you guys know I did mechanical engineering. I was an extremely serious student. And this is what I told him. Sir, this was what my life would have been if I had not taken the fork and gone elsewhere. This is what I would have landed perhaps. When I see all this, you know, there is no need for me to talk about motivation here. You've done it all. You've done it all. I saw it there. I saw a board in your this polypropylene unit. There is a board which says Nidana Pradhana. There can't be a better motivation than that. They say Nidana Pradana. That is what Elon Musk said. When he sent the rocket for the first time, he put a car inside, you guys know. And the car inside had a board which said, don't panic. That's the only thing you need. Don't panic. Be calm, be calm. Everything will be all right. Life is fine. Don't worry. That's what it says. Nidana Pradana. I saw the board in your office. I go further. There is another board which said, safety has no holiday. Lovely. So true. There was another board which said, safety in the front saves your behind. Not saves you from behind. Saves your behind. That's the board. It's there in your polypropylene. Please watch it. It says it saves your behind. Of course it does. It saves your behind from a lot of problems. And the best motivation I got today was when they went to this. It looks like a science fiction, sir. Your control room. I felt I'm in NASA or something with all those computers where everything is being monitored. It's like any science fiction film. I'd never seen anything like that. And then in the front, they showed me the products that you make. It starts from naphtha, goes into aerofuel, the kerosene, and then goes into polypropylene, and finally coke. Everything in order is kept there, various colors. And then said, what is the waste? There's no waste. There's no waste. Everything from crude petrol is finally made into a beautiful product. What motivation do you need? That's it. Don't waste time. Don't waste energy. Don't waste your money. Don't waste anything. Just follow MRPL. Your life is done. That's all. No wastage. We do not waste our life. Ashte. What is the MRPL formula then? Don't waste your life, man. Don't waste your time, man. Don't waste your money, man. Don't waste your energy, man. That's what you guys have taught me today. So these are the things. That's all you need. From my side, what I can tell you is that you can think like a filmmaker. What I mean is, think like a film guy. You know what film guys do? Think like an editor. What does editor do? Sir, you don't know. I shoot for 100 days, okay, for a movie, 8 hours a day. So you can imagine how much I would have rolled, how much of film I would have given the editor. Finally, that poor man sits in the editing room and makes that film into 2 hours long. I have shot it for 800 hours. Can you imagine the footage I have given him? And he condenses it and makes it a 2-hour film so that you guys will appreciate and clap. So what did he do? He removed everything which was not essential. That's what you need to know. Remove everything that is not essential to the story, whatever your story is. Remove everything which does not suit that. Any extra process, any extra expenditure, anything that does not fit your core, this 2-hour super hit, remove everything from your life. Please don't waste your time on friends who are simply not making sense to you. You're meeting the same guys again and again, talking the same thing again and again, which is not helping your super hit story. Be like an editor. Or you can think like a music director. What does a music director do? I did a film called Aptamitra, the Kannada guys here know. Right? Yes. You go home, your wife will probably lift the towel on the cot or lift the pajama which has fallen on the cot. My wife in the film lifts the cot itself and says, Vadalavara, she's possessed by a ghost. That was the film I did. What did the music director do? When Soundarya gave that expression, he underlines it with the music, so that you get a scare of your life. That's what a music director does. Whenever the love is beautiful, whenever the sadness is heavy, he'll put all violence and underline it so you feel even more sad. You understand what is important in life and you underline it. This is what is important. The rest doesn't matter. So I think like a music director and underline what is important. So you think like an editor, remove all the non-essential things. You think like a music director, underline what is important to your life. Or you can think like a hero or a heroine. What does a hero or heroine do? See, I told you, I was a killer in one film. I'm a joker in another. You've seen Rama Shamabama where I'm flirting with a girl, or in another film where I'm sacrificing somebody. Whatever the role is, I have to do that role perfectly. This is one aspect I think where many of us miss. We're extraordinary CEOs, but okay husbands, and slightly Less okay, brother. There are so many roles we play in our lives. We do one role brilliantly, but then we are not so good in some other role in our life. I really wish you think like a hero or a heroine and fit into every role that life demands from you. Think like a hero, think like a heroine, and fit that role to the glove. It can't be just a one-sided life where you are an extraordinary at one point and not so good in the other aspect of your life. Or you could think like a director. What does a director do? What's my job as a director? When I direct Rama Shama Bama or when I directed Uttamabalan in Tamil, my job was to make sure that everybody in the unit is telling the same story, number one. Number two, what is the story we are telling? Are we faithful to this story? I can't let the story go away. When I direct a comedy film, I know I understand that genre. I do it in a different way. When I do a serious film, when a director of a serious film, I approach it another way. What is the story I am telling? Is what I am doing true to that story? Is this the story I want to say? There is one big story here. There is one big story here. I hear it today. What is this? 1,25,000 crore turnover? Am I right with that figure? What a big story, sir. And there is a parallel story where you guys want to be sustainable. You want to be, what is that, B36? What is the safe B? Yes. So you want to be climate friendly. There's another story you're trying to say. So we say all these stories in this way. There's another story. So I'm saying think like a filmmaker. Think like an editor. Think like a music director. Think like a director. Think like a hero, heroine. And the story is going to be beautiful. So how do we do this? How do we do all this? I thought we named it purposely as Tomorrow's Yours, Refuel for Success. Because tomorrow, what a beautiful word. If, just imagine, if there was no tomorrow, why the heck will you come to office today, sir? Why do you do all these things? None of us will do all that we do if there was nothing called tomorrow. We do what we do because there is tomorrow, and there's a hope that tomorrow will be better than today. That is the reason why we do things. Why should you do anything at all? If there is no hope, if there is no tomorrow, there's no reason to continue living at all. So I insisted that we keep it as tomorrow and we say it is yours. Yes, it is yours. You have to make it yours. And I said refuel again because fuel was your idea. Fuel is what you guys do. And I thought we should call it refuel because it is something all of us know. It is something all of us know. Probably my job here will be just to underline it again and remind you a few things which we learned as kids. Exactly. There was a lovely book called All That I Need to Know. I learned in kindergarten. Okay? What did they teach you in kindergarten, in LKG, UKG? The first thing they say is, hey, avan pencil tobada. Don't touch his pencil. That's what teacher told you, right? It's the simplest rule of life. Don't look at other man's wife. Don't look at other man's girlfriend. Don't aspire for his side. Just take what belongs to you. It is what they taught you in LKG. Don't take his pencil. Second thing, what did they tell you? Share your food. That's what they told you in LKG, right? There's a boy next to you, take a chocolate, break it, go. When you go to birthday, you give it to everybody. What happened? As we grow adults, we forgot it. Oh, this is mine. Oh, this is also mine. DVG used to say, there's a thing called Rama Japa, okay, or a Krishna Japa. There is, all human beings have something called Beku Japa. Beku means, Idu Beku, Adu Beku, I want this, I want this, I want this also, I want this also. That was what LKG was about. Share. And the third most beautiful thing in LKG they'll tell you is, children, all of you hold your hands, we must cross the road, right? What happens when you cross the road? There's a lorry coming, there's danger coming. When something dangerous is coming, hold hands. We need each other, boys. We need each other. We hold each other's hands when there is crisis. So these are the things they taught you in kindergarten. So I thought we should go back and look at all these things we learned in school, in college, and how it will reflect back on us now. Okay? I remember, I'll start from my days in school. I was telling you in 4th standard when this beautiful school education happened. I came from a small town to Bangalore. The problem was I didn't know a word of English. Okay, it was an English medium school. Everybody is talking in English. I don't know a word of English, really. And it is so humiliating, so insulting. I'm standing in a queue. I'm wearing this long khaki knicker. Everybody is so smartly dressed in convent uniform. I'm standing in a queue. And the girl behind me is saying, moo, moo. And I don't know what moo means. I don't know the word. So I'm standing like a dud. And everybody is laughing. This girl is pushing. And says, moo, moo. I'm feeling so bad, I don't understand a word. I came back home. Then I'm crying. I used to cry for everything till I was in 6th standard. I used to feel very upset about things. I was very sensitive. I'm crying. Then Dad asked, what happened? I said, I don't know English in the mother tongue. And he said, hey, Dada, English kaliyakagano? Adondu bhashe, ashte. He said, can't you learn it? It's just a language. The way he said, adondu bhashe, ashte. The way he said, ashte. Oh, ashte na do. Hey, it's only that much, is it? It's nothing big, is it? That's a no, ashte. That's all, sir. The way he said is just a language. It's just that thing. Suddenly, English was such a big monster for me. This man removed it with a single word, ashte. That's all it is, sir. Whatever you fear in life, including your wife, ashte. Sir, please approach. It can also be husband. I'm not going. Yeah, see, madam was all right. It can be husband, ma'am. Ashte, madam. Please don't. Matte ondsala heli. Ashte. Ready? Ashte ado. You want to ask a rice for your boss? Ashte. You have an idea you want to tell to your superior? Ashte sir ado. Please approach it like this. This is a basic thing I learned. People ask me, sir, how did you were an actor? Then you became a director, then you became a writer, how? Ashte. That's all it is. Please remove this fear from everything you want to do. This is the first thing. Don't be overwhelmed by it. If another man can do it, why not you? My wife was watching on television. She saw one lady speaking, her heart out, saying some profound things and all that. I said, wow. I said, ನನಗೂ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು ಅವಳು ಮಾಡಿದಾಳೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಂದವಳು. That's all it is. See, I'm sure all the ladies, you guys, when you see on television, you see some guy saying something, you know all these things, man. He did it. He did it. She did it. We didn't. That's the only difference. So where is the problem? Ashte. Just remove this. This is the first thing and the only thing I request. Because all of us have desires, sir. We may not tell it. He has reached the height in this position. He's probably number one here. But I'm sure there is something in his mind which he alone knows. He knows there is something there which I can do. I'm capable of doing. He wants to reach that. I'm sure all these people in the front have one thing which they would love to do, they are capable of doing, and they are secretly doing things towards that. That's how life is. So just remove this fear from it. That's the first lesson I learned when I was a kid. The first thing I want to share with you. The second thing, this is believing what I'm trying, removing the fear, Andre. See, there's a healthy fear. You don't want to drink and drive because the police will catch you. That is stupid not to be afraid of police. That's called a healthy fear. There are healthy fears which you need in life. The wife and husband comes in that only, ma'am, before you ask me. That's a healthy fear for peace in the house. Agree. Okay. That's a healthy fear. I'm talking about these unhealthy fears which are pulling you back. They're all pulling you back. All of us, let me tell you, ma'am, I strongly believe this. I've been telling it everywhere, wherever I go. Whoever you are, there is a better person inside you, and that person has to be pulled out by you alone. It has to happen. However great you are, even if you are Sarvaguna Sampanna, you are the greatest person the entire organization has seen, let me promise you, there is a person who is better than that inside you, and you must pull him or her out. 2, whatever work you are doing, sir, from the smallest job in this organization to the biggest post chair you are sitting, there is a better way to do the same job, and we must see what it is and do it that way. Yes. These two things has to happen irrespective of who we are. Even if you're the Prime Minister of the country, even for the President of the country, there is one little way, perhaps, And that only we know. We apply our mind and make sure we do that. First of all, the basic thing is that all of us believe, we should believe, that ಜೀವನದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸುಂದರವಾದ ವಿಷಯಗಳು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿತವಾದ ವಿಷಯಗಳು ನನಗೆ ಅರ್ಹತೆ ಇದೆ. I deserve the best in life can offer. I deserve it. That is the basic belief that moves everything forward. The second is how we work towards it, how we develop our skills towards it. We'll talk about it on the second story, which I want to share with you. The second story happened when I was slightly more older. Let me give you a prelude to the story. See, I have two friends, okay, right now. One is head of a big television channel. Okay, he's the head, number one in a television channel. The other is a superstar. The Kannadigas will know whom I'm talking about, but I won't mention the name. One is a superstar, one is a corporate honcho. Both of them have the same problem. They are both divorced. Okay, the wives are not with them. This television guy has a problem. He comes and tells me, Ramesh, what's the point here? I run such a big channel. My TRPs are so good. My turnover is so good. When I go to the office, everybody is applauding me. When I go back home, there's nobody in the house. My wife is not there to serve me food or eat food with me. There are no kids. Such a horrible life. Okay? The superstar friend tells me, so what, man? She didn't realize my worth. The whole world wants me. There are people clapping. There are 1,000 likes for every Instagram post. I don't care. She doesn't know my value. See, the problem is the same. Both of them don't have wives at home. But this man thinks his wife is ruined. This man says, so what? Life goes on. So I'm saying, see, sir, the problem is the same. So it's about what your definition of success is. In your mind, if you think success is a happy family, kids at home, going to picnics, then that is one view. If your view is money in the bank, claps in the court, I really don't care about it, that is another view. Whatever your view of success is, whatever it is, if that is not fulfilled, you'll never be happy. If in your mind, if you think I am successful, if I have so many crores in my bank, you have a fantastic family, you have a great wife, you're getting great food on the table every day, you're enjoying your life, you won't feel successful. Because you think money is success. On the other side, there's a guy who's a millionaire, but he's aspiring to play with his kids. He has so many crores because his definition of success is something else. So it's about what your definition of success is. My definition of success came when I was in same age, I'm primary school. My father had a Lambretta scooter. So this man, my father, used to go by Lambretta scooter. Sunday andre raja, office illa. So he used to wipe his scooter very clean. He was very fond of, he used to take a towel, wipe it perfectly clean. And I used to like my father wiping the scooter. One day he threw the towel to me and said, you wipe, man. And I said, my father has given me a job to wipe his scooter. To me, my father, my scooter is the biggest thing. I'm a small kid. I took the towel, I put it in the bucket, took the water, wiped it up. Full polish kiya, bahut band, shining the Lambretta scooter. After that, I washed that cloth, I wiped it up dry, put it on a cloth. My dad came. He said, good job. That's what a good boy should do. Well done. And he patted my back. And I heard him tell my wife, he not only wiped the scooter, he also then washed the towel and put it. I like it. That was my idea of success, is a job well done plus one. You do a job well and you do one thing extra. I have been following that, and that's why I'm so happy. You see me, I've given so many films. People ask me, how are you smiling all the time? Pictures of hate, flop, nothing seems to matter because I've done my job, sir. Before the film release, I've put my 100%, if not more, in the film. Whatever I can do, I would have done. 100%, you can be sure about it. So that is a job well done. I came today, he was taking me around. We go to a place. I don't even know who but the boy was. I liked it. The minute I came, he said, sir, if you don't mind, mobiles are not allowed here. I took the mobile, kept it away. It was not his job. There was security jam. But then this man is taking care. I like things like that, where they go slightly out of what they're supposed to, but doing something good for the overall, what is good for the organization. So it's a job well done plus one. When I started Weekend with Ramesh, season 4, there was one thing which I read, which I told the youngsters, which they liked very much. There is something called +1, -1 in life. Okay? So tomorrow morning you decide, I will get up at 6 o'clock. You keep an alarm at 6 o'clock. What happens? 6 o'clock, the alarm rings. What do you do? Yeah. Isn't it? Your hand goes and says, or 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, again you put it to snooze. Who kept it at 6 o'clock? I didn't come to your house and keep it at 6. It was you. That is the only thing. He says, you know what to do. You know exactly what to do, sir. How many times, I'm telling you, including me, we have decided from tomorrow I'm going to the gym every day, half an hour. Haven't we all done it? It was our decision. And we broke it ourselves. So that man said, whenever you decide something, nobody else told you, your own mind told you, I will do this. I will not eat oily food. I will jog tomorrow. I will get up at 6 o'clock. It was your decision, and you yourself went back. It is -1. And +1, guys, whenever you do whatever you decided to do, +1, +1, +1, +1, and you can never beat that guy because he kept promise to himself. This is the only thing that we need. It's about +1, +1, +1 every time. And I've seen the biggest guys, okay, I've had 100 greatest achievers of Karnataka in my show. I've told their life stories to you. I've noticed one thing in the best of the best of the guys, they add value at every step of their life, sir. At every step of their life, sir. I'm telling you, please add value at every minute of your life. Not just every day, no. Every minute of your life. How can you add value here? You're in a party, just 4 of you. What is the best way you can add value to the moment? Even if you can clap the loudest, it's fine. That's a way to add value, instead of just being there. Add value to everything, every minute of your life, and just see your life in 6 months. It's going to be another life, absolutely. You're going to be somewhere else. It's about adding value at every point. I keep telling people, I've had those 100 achievers. Whichever achiever you like, okay, the best ones. You like Captain Gopinath's story, or you like the VRL head story, you like Mr. Devegowda's story. I will give you the exact blueprint. They did this on day 1, day 2, day 3. Today he's 85 years old. This is what he did, and I'll give it to you. You cannot replicate it. Because life, I've observed, is about the every minute decision they take. Every minute. It is not the major decisions at all. Every day, there's a phone call coming. Do I receive this phone call or no? Do I talk to this man or no? Do I reply this text or no? Everything is a decision, and everything adds on to what is called life. So it's about every minute. It is not about, it's like cricket. You can't say, I'll hit the 4th ball as 6. This ball will make you out. The 2nd ball will make you out. You have to face every ball. Every day matters, every moment matters. It's about +1, +1, +1 every time. That was the 2nd story in my life, which I learned. The 3rd one happened in college. I'm studying in Vishweshwara College of Engineering. I go to BMS College of Engineering for a intercollegiate festival called Utsav. Okay, I'm doing a skit there. There's a judge there. She somehow liked my work. She said, will you do this on radio? I said, yeah, sure. I did the same skit on radio. Her friend comes there for some purpose. She liked it. She said, will you do it on TV? I said, yeah, sure. Did the same stuff on TV. To my good luck, that program came on a Deepavali day. On Deepavali day, film people didn't have shooting. It was a holiday. They were all watching. For some reason, they liked my work. On one day, I got 3 films. Everybody gets 1 film break. I got 3 films on the same day. I said, yes, let's do it. I got 3 films, okay? And all that's happening. 1 film led to another. And finally, you saw what they said. I've done around 145 films. So, how did it happen? If you think, go back, suppose this lady says, will you do it on radio? I said, no. All my friends were going for a beer party after that. I said yes and came to the radio program. That one small shift, that first yes, on yes, if I had said no to that lady, I don't know where my life would have been. You don't know, you really don't know what one yes or one no does to your life. And finally you realize that all these yes and no, yes and no, yes and no is what your life is. That's all your life is. What did you say yes to? What did you say no to? You rejected a girl or a boy in school, and suddenly you see him on TV. My God, he's become a billionaire. Right? What did I do? One no to the right guy. You said yes to one guy, and you're latched on to him now. What happened to that yes? So everything is about yes and no. Finally, it's all that. It's about what you say yes to, what you say no to. So it's like Rangoli. You have this Rangoli in front of people, keep dot, 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 and then they join it, the ladies in the house. It's like that. You keep on putting the dots. One day you turn back and say, my God, it's become such a beautiful Rangoli. That you see later on a hindsight. So it is these decisions. We had a story in school called Buridan's ass. This Buridan ass is on the katte, okay? Or kalda, Buridan ass. This ass, this donkey has not had food for a long time, okay? It is starved, it's going to die. It's on the verge of dying, this ass. And suddenly one man comes and says, puts one hay bundle of grass on it. Buridan says, my God, I've not had food for such a long time. Let me eat it. He's about to eat. Another man comes and puts a newspaper bundle here. Then he says, oh God, newspaper? So many days since I had newspaper. Let me eat the newspaper first. Then he says, no. Let me eat the grass first. No. Newspaper looks tasty. No. Finally, the donkey died out of hunger because it could not decide whether to eat the grass or the newspaper. It happens to all of us. To do this or do this? To go to this party or no? To go to this marriage or no? To accept this job or no? To continue in job or do a business? Do I accept this promotion or no? There's a bigger pay coming there, yes or no? So many, shuttling. And the biggest guys again are guys who decide. They decide with clarity, I am going to eat newspaper, to hell with the grass. Or I am going to eat grass, to hell with the newspaper. You have to decide. The quicker this decision happens, and the clearer the decision is, the bigger the result is going to be. And this is what makes a good life. A good life is just good decisions. A good life is just good judgment. Nothing else. Sir, I go to this, your distillery thing, refinery today. They show me naphtha. They show me petrol. They say the physical characters are exactly the same. The chemical characters are different. Am I right with that? You guys add a color to petrol so that people don't mistake naphtha and petrol for various reasons. But physically they look alike. That's what happens. You have two people, they've studied in the same school, they went to the same college, they got degree in the same college, they joined the same organization, and one guy suddenly is blooming, he's becoming a hero. The other guy is, okay, what happened? The physical characteristics were the same. One was naphtha, the other was petrol. The chemical characteristics, the other man added value to the organization. And that's why he got promoted. How does one add value to an organization or to a family? You add by developing what we call as trust. I trust you. Give it to this man, he will do the job. Forget others. There are 1,000 people here. Give it to this guy, he will get the job done. This basic trust, if your boss or the organization gets in you, you have made it. So how do you get the trust? The first is definitely by competence. You're good at your job. Hey, he's just good at his job. He's a dada guru, no? He's competent. That's one way. The second thing, how do you develop trust? See, we were shooting for a film called Aragini, I think, near Mekedat. Okay, me and Sudharani are dancing here. The director suddenly feels, Ramesh, you do one thing, you give a flower to Sudharani, it'll look good. I said, okay, where do you get a flower? There's a flower on the other side, okay? And there's a deep gorge in between, deep gorge. You can't really reach for it. Then we saw a small urchin boy. I said, can you pick that flower for us? I'll hold you from here. I'll hold your leg. You stretch and take the flower. He said, sir, I'll do it. Yeah, okay. But you don't hold. Let that man hold. That's an older man. I said, I'm younger man. I'll hold. I'm the hero. He said, no, that's my father. He knows my value. You get the point? See, it is not about strength. It is not about ability. This boy trusts his father. Let that man hold. I'll get the flower for you. So you develop trust because of relationships. If your mother tells you something, you'll definitely know because you know the mother cares for you. So the first way you develop trust by competence. You're good at your job. The second is you are a very caring person. The boss knows that this man has the organization at heart. The organization's welfare at heart. He cares for the organization. He will trust you. The third way you can do it is by consistently proving that you are trustworthy. He gave you a job, you did it once well. Second time, again you did it well. Third time, you did it well. This man is reliable. Just give him. That is the way you develop trust. And the fourth way and the best way is your own character. You are a man of character, not only in this job. You meet him outside, you meet him anywhere. He knows this man is trustworthy. If he says he'll come at 10:30, he'll come at 10:30. You give him back rupee, he'll give back the balance perfectly. It's his character. So either by competence or by character or by caring, you develop trust. And the more trust you develop, the more your growth is going to be. In the same event I was telling you about, where I was selected and I got an actor's role, another beautiful thing happened. I was performing on stage. I came down. There was another girl, a singer. There was a singer called Mysore Anand Swami. You know her. Kannadigas know him. Very famous singer. His daughter was there. She was singing. So we were friends. She introduced me to a group of girls. And one girl in that group was very cute. I said, hello. And said, hello. What's your name? She said, why? No, just like that. She told her name. And I said, what's your phone number? She said, why? Just like that. She gave the phone number. Those were fountain pen days. We used to have fountain pens, not refill pens. I wrote a phone number on my hand. To my good luck, I was so nervous talking to this beautiful girl. I was doing like that. No, 3 digits have gone in the fountain pen. So I go back home. I say, oh God, shit. I don't know what the number is. But I'm an engineer, no? We know this permutation combinations. So I try various combinations. I say, this could be 268 or 678. I'm trying the number. One number. No. Second number. She, again, same voice. I said, hello. So why you called? I said, just like that. So I kept on saying, just like that, just like that. We became friends. Now she's my wife and we have 2 kids at home. So, see, isn't it beautiful? This is what I'm saying. How these kind of things. So I read a book later. It's called Secrets of Happiness, one book. They have put 100 secrets of happiness. And the first secret is, please choose your husband or wife with maximum care. Your other 99% of happiness depends on this decision. So, for all those who are unmarried, please take a note from that book. So this is one thing. Okay, what I'm saying is, the kind of people you let into your life. One is your personal life, your wife, partner, whatever it is. Your family you're born with, there's not much you can do about it. But then the people you let into your life in your workspace, this will make a huge difference to how peaceful your life is and how progressive you are. The team that you choose, the guys and the girls you work with, I tell you, this can make so much of a difference. In fact, when I was given the award for when I finished 25 years in cinema, there was a, when I finished 25 years in cinema, Suvarna TV called us and gave us 4 or 5 of us, Shivraj Kumar, me, Jaggesh and Ravichandran, we were given awards. And the only thing I felt like saying that day was, I read a lovely, I don't know what you call it, an anecdote or something from a South American tale, which said, by default, all of us can fly, I believe. All of us. Every person can fly. But the problem is, God, with his cunning mind, has given each of us only one wing. And the only way you can fly is to hold somebody else's hand, make their wing also yours, and you both fly together. I thought it was such a beautiful thing. There is no way you can fly alone, sir, because you have only one wing. So whose hand are you holding? Which is that other wing? The other wing, I mean, is the team that you choose. Who are the people you're working with? Are they talented, preferably more than you? When I'm the director, I choose people who can add value to my team. I call the cinematographer, I tell him, boss, I am the director, but you are the director of photography. You're not a photographer, you're not a cinematographer. You are a director of photography. I call the music director, sir, you are a music director. I am the director, but you're a music director. I want you to add value. Imagine yourself as director of the film. Give me as much of contribution. You're not here to just listen to whatever I say and carry out my orders. I keep telling young directors when I go to film schools, you are a director, not a dictator. Please understand. You are a director, not a dictator. Those days are gone when you do it because I said so. That's not a way a good boss leads nowadays. A good boss is somebody who's loved. People do things because they love him, not because they're afraid of him. People do things because this man is so genuine. He is leading with so much of vision. I want to be with him. Let me support his ideas. And that's where big bosses are. And so the second thing is about relationships in the workplace. Choose people, choose a team, which will make your life easy, sir. I hate people, who get into trouble in the workplace with their staff and politics. And in fact, finally, when I did Weekend with Ramesh, my final takeaway was success is only peace of mind. There's no bigger success than peace of mind, sir. And anything that disturbs your peace of mind, even if it is going to give you crores of rupees, even if it is going to give you a Padma Shri, just stay away from it. Simply not worth it. So when you choose your team, when you choose your teammates or the place to work in, choose things which will make you life easier, which will make your life to look forward to. You're looking forward to go to the office. You're looking forward to go every day because there's some smile at the other end waiting for you. Not a man who's going to complain, find fault with you. That's not the atmosphere you want to be in. So choose places like that will really sweeten your day. That was the third story which I wanted to share with you. The fourth happened after we got married. When we had children and my son was very, very small. We had gone to London. And those were days when India didn't have malls. Okay, the first mall I'm seeing is this Manchester Mall, a beautiful mall. Me, my wife, we're all so surprised and overwhelmed. And this little boy is crying. He's crying. I said, I don't know why this boy is crying. Such a beautiful thing. Why is he crying? And then I got down to ask what happened. In his level, sir, when you bend down, it's all legs, 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 legs. He can't see anything but legs. We are looking at the beauty. Even if he lifts his head, he's seeing only backs of adults. That is the point. The problem is that we're all viewing life, our work, our family in our viewpoint. There is another viewpoint there. It is the boss viewpoint. It is the organization viewpoint. It is your wife's viewpoint. It's your friend's viewpoint. It's the world's viewpoint, which we need to take care. It can't be just your viewpoint. The minute you understand that there is another viewpoint available, your whole thinking changes. And suddenly you think, am I right really? And this boy grew up, Arjun grew up. He grew up, it was 2016. And suddenly, one fine day, there was demonetization, correct? And suddenly Prime Minister comes and says, from tomorrow, these notes are not there. And all of us are, you guys who have done it, going to your bank account, seeing how much cash we have, which account, all this madness is happening. And my wife took Arjun's report, passbook. And she said, Ramesh, what is this guy doing? I said, what? Look at this. On first day, 1,357 rupees. On the next day, 14,050 rupees. 1,500 rupees. She just called these boys and started shouting at him. What are you doing, college boy? Why do you need 1,000 rupees per day? And that boy saying, Dad, I didn't draw, Dad. I haven't drawn. And then I look, see how foolish we are. It was a printer mistake. The alignment is gone. That 1315 is time of withdrawal. 1 o'clock, 15 minutes. 1400 is 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. 3. See how stupid we can be. Just because we are adults, just because we are parents, we think we are right, the boy is wrong. This is what happens to most of us. We are so fixed. I'm right, boss. I'm the boss. I'm the director, man. How can I be wrong? I can be totally wrong. This is what a little child teaches you, understand. Oh, perhaps I'm wrong. When you have this small humility to understand this, we become a better boss, we become a better leader, and that's what big stories are all about. That happened. This was the part, and then parents' part is over. So the way I'm talking, you would have guessed, whenever I give a speech, I try to, generally, try my best not to repeat it and also find a new structure of how to tell the speech. The way I've been going now, if you notice, this is called the mall structure, okay? You go to a mall, there's an escalator. So I tell you one story, then you go around in that level, discuss that whatever the story insights are. Then you go the second escalator, you go to the second level of the mall, and you discuss that part of it. The third escalator, and the fourth escalator. We have come 4 levels. We discuss 4 things from my life. We come to the top part, the level that I am right now in my life, and you look down the entire mall of life. I see only 2 things matter at the end of the day. There are only 2 things which really matter, which are truly resources that generally possess. The first is time. It's all about how well you use your time. In fact, I go to a college and a boy said, "Sir, I want to be like you." I said, "Tell me exactly, what do you mean? You want to be an actor?" No, I want to be, I'm an actor. No, I don't want to be an actor then, but I want to. I also want to make some money, sir, he said. I said, "I have not made money, man. What makes you think I have made money?" "No, sir, please tell me, sir." I said, "Okay, I'll give you a printing machine. You come to my house tomorrow." I said, "Don't joke, sir." No, I'll give you a printing machine. I've got a printing machine in the house. I print money every day. You please come home, I'll give you. This man thought I'm joking. Okay, he came home. Then I showed my watch and said, "This is the best printing machine of money in the world." And the beauty of this machine is, per minute, you can print 10 rupees, you can print 100 rupees, you can print 1,000 rupees. You choose the money this watch can print for you if you use your time effectively. Please look at your own lives. This is the only thing that you really have, sir. I've talked to the best achievers in so many sectors. I've noticed how beautifully they use their time on the right things. This is the first thing. How beautifully they delegate their work. In fact, I had a big boss tell me one beautiful day, "Ramesh, I'm not God. God can be everywhere. I can't be everywhere. So what do? I delegate." That's a wonderful way to look at work. I'm not God. I can't be everywhere at the same time. So I don't go into the details. I give a vision of what has to be done. I give it to people who are capable and see that it is done. That's how I save time. People save time by giving it to the right people. People save time by using the right technology. People save time by leveraging it the right way. So please, that's the only big thing on the line. The second thing, the second resource which I truly believe matters is your thoughts, your mindset. That's the only thing which matters. If you think about it, see, there was an age of agriculture. Then industrialization came. It was the age of industrialization. Then there's the age of computers, correct? These ages will keep on changing. But if you think clearly, if you look at it deeply, it's finally the age of a thinking mind. One mind thought we can systemize agriculture. One mind thought we can industrialize this. Not that agriculture went away. Industrialization was used to make agriculture better. Then the age of technology. Again, technology was used to make what you guys have done now. You've used technology to make sure every pipe is running well, every valve is running here, you're controlling it here. So it's a step up. Every time it's a mind which does it. It's only thought, sir. The true power you have is only your mindset. The more open it is for ideas, the better it is. There was a story called the bed of Procrustes in Greek mythology. Procrustes was an inn owner. He was very hospitable. You will go to Procrustes' inn, his hotel, no, he will treat you best. He will give you the best whiskey, the best wine, the best woman, the best food. He'll give you everything. But he's got one condition. He's got a bed. He will make you lie on the bed. The bed is this long, okay? If you're taller than the bed, he will cut your leg. If you're shorter than the bed, he'll pull you. That was the problem. He had such a fixed mindset that I'll give you the best, but this is my court. Nobody changes my court. And people used to dread him. So that is the problem with the fixed mindset, is that you think you're getting the best wine, the best things. No, it's a bed of procrastinators. The more open-minded you are, the more open to ideas you are, the more receptive you are to everything in the world, the more beautiful your life is going to be. These are the only two things you need at the end of the mall I'm looking. It's time and your thoughts. Please have brilliant thoughts in your mind. How you approach life. I was shooting, there was this Hindi film called Queen with Kannada Rao. I directed the Tamil and the Telugu version of it. It isn't released yet. So we were shooting in France for this film. There was a lovely French tale which I heard, which was beautiful. One tourist comes to that French town. He sees there's a construction going on. So he sees a coolie. He's asked the coolie, hey, what's happening? The coolie says, "Arey, from morning to night I work on this bloody job. Yeah, they give me some pittance, stupid job I'm doing." And he goes away. He asks the second fellow, "What are you doing?" He says, "Sir, I work from 9 to 5, sir. My boss gives me a handful of money. I'm so happy, sir. I'm so grateful. I go home, I take bread for my wife. We are very happy. We have a nice meal." So the first fellow was complaining. The second fellow was at least grateful. Then there's a third fellow. The tourist asked, "What are you doing?" I said, "Can't you see, man? We are building the greatest cathedral in the world. Tomorrow the whole world will come here to see this cathedral." Do you see this? It's the same job. All of them are doing the same thing. There is one guy who's complaining, fretting, fuming about his job. There is a second guy, he's okay with it, he's grateful. But to the third guy, it's a temple. It's a cathedral. It's a place of worship. That's how you approach your work. This is a place of worship, sir. The more you love this, the more wholeheartedly you do things, the more your life will be beautiful. The more you start fuming, the more you start complaining, the more you start cribbing about your work, you will create a hell in yourself. See, we talk about heaven and hell. They say heaven is here, hell is there. I said, no, hell is not there, not up in sky. It's not even here. It's here. It's only your thoughts which make hell for you. You can make this place into heaven or hell on how you view it. I've seen the successful people. People say, "Sir, he looks very happy because he is successful." Actually, the opposite true. He is successful because he is happy. That's the truth. The more happy you are, the more cheerful you are, the more cheerful you make your workplace, the more friendly you are with your co-stars, with your colleagues, the happier this place will be, your job will be. Good luck to all of you. Lovely meeting you all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Not bad. I hope I maintained my... Thank you, please. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please.
If anybody has any questions, please, you can raise the question. We have some 10 to 15 minutes.
I'll try to answer as honestly as I can. Anything I don't know, Mr. Sudarshan has promised he will answer. Yes, please. Yeah, it can be about, it can be anything fun. It can be about my work. Anything is fine. I'm away from controversies. Anything else is okay. We'll come back to that. See, I think there are 3 types of luck, okay? The first luck is what happened in the first day. I was performing on stage. Somebody saw it and called me. That is pure luck, sir. The first break which I got is pure luck. If that lady was not there that day, or if I had not performed well that day, that luck is cut. So this is the first luck. You get a lottery, literally a break. That is the first kind of luck. There is a second kind of luck, which the first film was because of that. The other 144 is not because of that. The other 144 is because I went on time to the set. I never did gossip on the set. I did my job well. I kept up my promise. I took less money than other actors. So the second luck is what is called responsible conduct. Javabdariyutavada nadavalike. That is the second form of luck. The third form of luck comes later on in life. I'll tell honestly, sir, I used to work for, my worth, let's say, I used to work for something worth 400 rupees. I used to get 200 rupees at that point. Now I do only 200 rupees work. They only give me 800. You get it? So the third form of luck is when you reach a point, when you showed your expertise, when you have been committed too long for the entire field to ignore you. So the three forms of luck. Only the first luck is real luck. The other is all created luck. You create opportunities. I see more and more people, the big business guys, they're all creating luck. They are creating opportunities. They can sense an opportunity, sir. They can sense an opportunity. I've seen the big guys, there is something happening. There's something happening in front of all our eyes, and one guy notices this is a big opportunity. Like it happened in Uber or whatever. This guy was going on the road. He saw so many cars are parked. So many cars are parked here, empty, is lying. And so many people are hanging on the buses, thousands of people. Why not shift some people to this? And he made an app called Uber. That was all it was. One idea, all of us saw. All of us knew cars are being parked on the road, waste. Somebody can use it. We never thought of it. It is that thing. They notice it and they create luck like that. I've seen that. Yes, please.
Namaskar. Sir, you have made so many films. We have watched so many films. You were so impressive and your expressions were so well designed and so suited to the films.
Thank you. Thank you.
How do you manage yourself and how do you prepare yourself for that kind of roles?
The role is, something very specific, like I did Basavanna's role, in one film called Mahasharana Haralaya. Those kind of roles, I do a lot of research. I read about the man and all that. Otherwise, most of the time, I've gone purely on my instinct. There is no heavy preparation and all that. You have a basic idea, right? Sir, basically acting is just about intelligent quotient, sir. It's how beautifully you understand that character. How will this character respond to this situation? If you can walk into that, it comes quite automatically. And once you go into the role, people ask me, how do you remember so many pages of dialogue and all that? It comes automatically. It's about how well you go inside. Not to be distracted by anything happening around. You just go into the role, it comes automatically. There's no much strain at all. So the only trick is to go into it completely in a totally relaxed stage, not with anxiety. How am I going to do this dialogue? No. So you remove the anxiety, go into the role, it comes automatically. All that just happens. In fact, you don't even know what is going to come in front of the camera till the director says action. You be in that mood, it just comes.
There's a question that how to overcome the limitations due to obligations.
Limitations due to obligations?
Yes.
Wow, even I want to know, sir. This is so beautiful. See, it's so true what is said. See, limitations due to obligations. Andre dakshinyakkoskara anta ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. See, the obligation is something you cannot escape in life. Okay? It does limit you. There is no doubt about it. It limits you. 100% you are right about this. But, let me tell you again. What did you do that obligation for? See, normally this obligation is because your wife's mother's, so some ritual in their family you have to go because you're obligated to your wife. It'll be like that in the house. Or it'll be a boss. The boss told you, so you're doing it. So there is a bigger relationship there. You are viewing only this particular act of obligation. But the relationship which comes with that obligation depends on that. If that relationship is worth it, please go by the obligation. If the relationship really not worth it, you can reconsider. Most of the time when you're obliged, I'm sure the relationship is really worth going through that. That's how you face it, I think. Yes. It depends on the value of the relationship behind the obligation. Yes. I feel it best when I see preview of my friends' films. They call you for a preview. We see a film. My God, the film is atrocious. We come out, all the TV cameras are standing there, and we say, what a great film. That man is fantastic. That's an obligation that happens to all the actors because we respect the relationship of the other actor. Yes, please.
Ramesh sir, namaste.
Yeah.
My name is Sandeep Karvi. So thank you very much for being here and presenting your impeccable motivational speech. As I perceive, I see you as intellectually rich, colorful as an actor and experimentalist in your projects. Sir, if your book on your life is to be written, what according to you should be the title of the book?
If I can do it, so can you. That's it. Because, sir, I'm telling you, if I can do it, everybody can, sir. If you know the background that we all grew up in, we had great parents. Otherwise, I go to so many stages, I feel so good. My entire house used to be of this stage size, sir. And if you could do so much, anybody can do it. That's what I feel. All that you need, thankfully, I had great parents. They had such wonderful parents. So they used to pat me and allow me to do things and all that. So the right title will be, if I can do it, so can you. Sir.
Yeah, I think good evening to all. First and foremost, thank you a lot, Dr. Ramesh, for a very motivational speech. The entire team, MRPL.
Thank you.
I would like to, just ask a couple of questions.
Yes, sir.
This is on behalf of my team. A wonderful team we have. Refinery you have seen and you could get an impression out of it. I think as a head of the organization, I see a lot of transition which is flowing in. The kind of a mindset that the team has, and we have reached to the peak. The transition, a different kind of a mindset is needed. I would appreciate if you can, try to tell them about two things. One is fear of failure, risk-taking ability. Now, your first story.
Yeah.
Yes, Aste. No, other one. The skid one I am talking about.
Okay.
Huh? You went to the college fest and then skid was there.
Yeah.
Somebody offered you at a radio.
Yeah.
You said yes.
Yes.
Then you went to the TV. That's how it went.
Yes.
Isn't it? So if you would have not taken that risk, where we would have been?
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
Absolutely.
So the transition for MRPL, today whatever we are, I think kudos to all of you. I think excellent team MRPL is there. But as we are entering into the energy transition, EVs are coming, other things are coming, we need to alter our mindset. The things which we were doing till now will not take you to this height which we have achieved. If you have to excel to the greater height, our risk-taking abilities, our fear to failure must go. Risk-taking ability has to be, handled properly. So if you can, enlighten them with on these two aspects,
correct,
which I feel my organization needs it for a future transition.
No, it's so beautiful, what he said. The first is about, he told me, correct, that judge told me, will you act in a radio? And I've said, yes. I got a movie, yes, okay? I've got a movie. Now, the decision is not doing a movie. I'm an engineering student with extraordinary academic record. Now the decision is whether you go to engineering or cinema. That is the decision. The decision is not to say yes to movie or not. If you want to be a movie actor all your life and somebody said, I'll jump at it. So the confusion point was, how do I live a lucrative engineering career and go into cinema? And I'm telling you, first 10 years, 0 was my net result in terms of stature or income or anything. In fact, within 10th year when I did, my brother said, what are you doing? Why are you here? But somehow, something inside me was telling me that I'm the right path. I stuck on to that. So it's only, all that you need is the courage to follow your heart. Nothing else. But your heart should tell you very strongly that this is the way. Everything else can be wrong. But inside, if your instinct itself tells you that this is a bad step, I want you to be careful. That is the actual risk. The actual risk is not in the balance sheet. The actual risk is whether your heart is for it. If MRPL wants to enter this sector, tomorrow there's another sector which is offered, let's say, to MRPL, okay? Let's say it's a tobacco brand or a liquor brand which says, come on, you guys handle it. Of course, it's a great lucrative position. But heartfully, do you want your brand to associate with that? That is the risk element there. It is not the balance sheet. So I'm saying as long as your heart is for it, please go ahead. There is no risk at all in it. That's the first thing. And the second thing about failure, sir, all of you are praising my films, are talking about the comedy films, Rama, Shama, Bama, Amruta Vashni, America. Okay. Tell me more. Tell me more films. You'll tell me another 20 films. Tell me more films. You'll probably say another 4 films. You will come up with 35, 40 names, sir. I've done 145 films, which means 100 times I've failed. But, what matters is not the 100. What matters is the Rama Shama Bama. What matters is Atililavati. What matters is the Panchatantram. So the high is so high that, and what everybody, all the books here will tell you, that failure tells you, you're all scientists, you're all in engineering. What does science tell you? How do scientists approach it? They approach something, experiment, oh, this is not working. So this and this doesn't work. Try this and this. That's all they do. So a failure of an experiment means this is not working, try something else. That's what failure in life is. It tells you this method doesn't work, try something else. That's all failure is. Failure is not about you at all. It's about one way the system doesn't work. That's what failure, every failure is about.
We all know that for an, acting skill is very important, but at the same time, your physical fitness. How is that, sir? How you are so young and energetic and
What can I say? I can say
what's your
thank
diet
you.
plan? What is your diet plan?
I can say thank you. See, but one thing I'll tell you, I've been telling all youngsters all over, whatever dreams you have, sir, finally the only vehicle we have is our own body. I can't make your dreams come true. It has your own, this is the only vehicle we have, and it is common sense to take care of your vehicle. He was telling me that you close down the entire system, such a big system, for 35-40 days, and overhauling is done and you clean all the pipes and all that. Imagine a huge system like MRPL is going through overhaul every 3 years and taking care of itself. That's how a system works. So you must take care of it, Ray. You please take care of your, the easiest thing is, of course, just move your body. That really helps. I'm not talking about gymming and taking dumbbells, no. Move your body in some way, that helps. And by nature, I eat very little. I'm not by diet and all that. I eat very little by nature. That has helped me. So I think input, output, in your words.
Thank you.
How do you keep your calm in overwhelming situations?
I don't know. I was gifted with it by nature, though. But then once I know it works wonders for you. Partly on a film set, or I'm sure in their corporate, I'm sure it's a more chaotic thing than ours. I don't know. But it helps if you are calm. In fact, when I directed Uttamavulan, okay, in Kamal, put me in charge of direction, somebody asked him, why did you put Ramesh there? He said a very nice thing. More than anything else, he will keep calm in the worst chaos, because there is K. Balachandar, K. Vishwanath, Jayaram, Urvashi, Kamal Haasan. Each one has done 200 films. So in a frame, there are 1,000 films experience, and I have to say action. If you get slightly perturbed by anything going around, no, there's no way you can handle the set. So it helps a lot to maintain calm. That's one of the, in fact, emotional balance will be the biggest power you can have right now in any corporate sector, I think. The more emotionally balanced you are, the better you will be. And I have, in my own house, I have experience of impulsive anger. We went to Sri Lanka recently, and I read a beautiful line by Buddha. He said, getting angry is like taking poison and expecting the other man to die. It's so beautiful, isn't it? That is what anger is. You are getting angry. You're shouting at that man. Nothing has happened to that man, sir. He will just go, that man's crazy. You lose your system. For half an hour, you're out of your mood. And you see, if you see carefully, why you get angry on it, sir. See, I'll get angry on my assistant. I said, but I can't get angry on my wife. You get the point? You will get angry on your servant, not on your boss. Can you do it? If 5 minutes, if you are late, you will tell your assistant, why did you come late, man? Suppose the boss comes late by 5 minutes. So it is not the, so I'm telling you, it is not the action. It is not the action which is bringing anger in you. It is not the action. So if it is action, if coming late is the problem why you got angry, you should get angry on everybody who comes late. Why you are not getting angry on people superior to you, only on people inferior to you? Because of the position that you have. So anger many times is given by the position that you have. Because you are a father, because you are a husband, because you are a wife, because you are a boss, you're getting angry. It is not the cause. Second thing, Anger, many times I've seen, sir. It happened to me also. I'm not beyond it. It is anger on somebody else I'm showing on somebody else, sir. Something else goes wrong in my house. Something happens in the morning and I'm shouting at assistant director in the set. It's unrelated. It is being transferred in the wrong place at the wrong time. This is another thing I've seen. So this anger thing particularly, keeping calm, this anger thing, if you can master it, it's about understanding it. I told you the second thing about Arjun's viewpoint, right? When you look at the viewpoint of the other person for 1 second, it's very difficult. I know when you get angry, you're just shouting. But if you can hold for 5 minutes and said, is there some other reason could be there? See, there's a beautiful Japanese way of dealing with it. They say, ask a question 5 times and you know the answer. One man came late. Why you came late? So the bus came late, sir. I came to the bus stand late, sir. Why you came bus stand late? I started from the house late, sir. Why you started from the house late? I woke up late, sir. Why you late? Last night I had a lot of work, sir. What work? Mother died, sir. I had to bury her, he says. When you go to the 5th question, suddenly you realize there's another story there. This man is not just late. So they're saying you postpone your thinking. You think in a slightly better way. Give 30 seconds more and see, is there a more reasonable reason for this? For whatever is destroying your mind, is there a more reason to it? Or are you just imagining something? And that may help calm you down, I think. But ultimately, it's your nature. And you have to train it. It's going to take a lot more than just me saying it to be calm, I think. But if you can do it, it will be one of the superpowers that you have. It will definitely a superpower if you can be calm.
Open your thoughts and again be calm. But you have been in so many roles and so many people. If everything is all right, but even though your people, whom you're dealing with, if those are negative, how to, come out of that? It is very difficult to face them.
Very, very difficult. Absolutely correct. She's absolutely correct. See, anything negative, the atmosphere, the environment, the office workplace, anything, if it is full of negative people, so much of negative energy, there's not, I would sincerely wish you simply get out of that place, ma'am. There's really, you must be in a positive place, sir. You must be with people who are positive. They'll bring the best in you. If you're in a place where everybody is pulling you every minute, and you don't have a say, let's say, you don't have the position to really revolt, then it's a bad place to be in.
But there is obligation, sir. You have to.
No, that's what I'm saying. That is the problem. We talked about obligation again. If you matter, the relationship matters to you, then you have to suffer a little longer. Hope the other man gets some sense, whoever is a negative person who's creating that energy. That's only. But if it doesn't work, please get out of that space. That's my really friendly request to you. I hope you're not talking. What are you smiling so much about?
It's a lot of obligation, I'm not talking about my husband. I'm talking about...
Is her husband also working here?
No.
No. No.
That's my luck, no.
Yes. No, that's crazy. I mean, how many families we have seen, you are stuck in a negative relationship. You are stuck in a negative place. There's not much you can do because you're already married. Those are decisions which are so difficult to reverse. And it becomes so horrifying, when I see some really good couples. Individually, they are great human beings. Individually, they are terrific human beings. But together, something goes wrong. And each one creates hell for the other. I see such relationships. But if it's a point of no return, I think you should decide to get out of the negative space. Yes, please. Heli, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Why are you stopping yourself? See, now only we are all melting. Now we are coming to a nice... Yes, please.
ದೊಡ್ಡ ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಚಿನ್ ತೆಂಡೂಲ್ಕರ್ ಮತ್ತು ರಮೇಶ್ ಅರವಿಂದ್.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಆದರೆ ಇಬ್ಬರ ವೃತ್ತಿ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಾಮ್ಯತೆ ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದು. ಸಚಿನ್ ತೆಂಡೂಲ್ಕರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಟಿಂಗ್ ನೋಡುವಷ್ಟು ಹೊತ್ತು ಕೂಡ ಅದ್ಭುತ. ಆದರೆ ಎಟ್ ದಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸೋತಾಗ ಸೆಂಚುರಿ ಹೊಡೆದಾಗ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಬೇಸರ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ರಮೇಶ್ ಅರವಿಂದ್ ಅವರ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ನೋಡುವಷ್ಟು ಹೊತ್ತು ಅದ್ಭುತ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್, ಅದ್ಭುತ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್, 2-2.5 ಗಂಟೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಗೆ ಕಳೆದು ಹೋಗ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ಹೀರೋಗೆ ಹೀರೋಯಿನ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದು. ಸರ್, ನನ್ನ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನಂದರೆ, ಯಾವತ್ತಾದರೂ ನೀವು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರಿಗೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫಿಲ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಹೀರೋಯಿನ್ ಸಿಗಬೇಕಂತ ಡಿಮಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಿದೆಯಾ?
ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೈಸ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಫಾರ್ 2 ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಒನ್, ಸಚಿನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ವೆರಿ ಸ್ವೀಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು. ಅದು ರೋಲ್ ಆ ಥರ ಇತ್ತು, ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಈ ಥರ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಹುಡುಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು, ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಮ್ಮ ನಿಮ್ಗೊಂದು ವಿಷಯ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಯಾಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೀರೋಯನ್ನು ತ್ಯಾಗ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅರ್ಚನಾ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಪ್ರೀತಿ, ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನಲ್ಲೂ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಹೆಂಡ್ತಿರ ಜೊತೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಅಮ್ಮ ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್, they think that I am so loyal to my wife, I don't get women on screen also. So I am not so ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎನಿವೇ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್. ನಾನು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಆ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಸೆಡ್ ದೇ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ನಮ್ಮೂರ ಮಂದಾರ ಹೂ ಎ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ 2. ಐ ಸೆಡ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ನೋ I said I'll do part 2 if I get the heroine this time. You please ask Shivraj Kumar, let him sacrifice the heroine. Now I am old enough, I can demand it. But if you notice, sir, I've taken revenge, sir. You see Ramesh Aravind have 2 heroines. You see Satyavan Savitri have 2 heroines. You see Accident have 2 heroines. So all that I lost in the first 20 years, I'm trying to make up now. Yes, please. One, I was acting in it. I was also the director in it. And you won't believe it. It went like a breeze. Nan shuru madi, I released the film in 100 days. Not shooting. Ella release. And people loved it. And to this day, people like the film. Ramesh Aravind, I love it for a lot of reasons. And ತುಂಬ ದುಃಖನೋ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ದುಃಖ ಸೆಟ್ಟಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಅಂದರೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಫಿನಿಶ್ಡ್ ಆಪ್ತಮಿತ್ರ ಮುಗಿಸಿ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಟು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆನ್ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ ಗೋಸ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಹೆಲಿಕಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶಿ passes away. That was too shocking for all of us. That was one of the very sad moments. Another very sad moment was previous night. We were all partying together. We friends, ನಮ್ಮ ಗುರುಕಿರಣ್ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, Appu was there. Till 11:30 we are partying, we are saying happily, talking to each other. Next day morning, this man is gone. Morning 10 o'clock. Not even 10 hours. Previous 11 o'clock we are together talking normal stuff, talking about other things in life, not even a smallest sign that tomorrow this life won't be there. And next day morning he's gone. So things like that shock you. I'm very stoic by nature. I'm quite stoic, but either do, it's very shocking, experience wise. Yes, please.
You got a number from a cute girl and it got erased. In spite of trying so many combinations and you could not get that number, what you would have done, sir?
The girls don't know the answer, the boys are guessing it. Yenappa hudugari yaar idrale? Somebody is thinking of a clever answer. Madam, Madam, idi phone booke ide ante nanu. We used to have such a big directory. In those days, he's saying idi phone booke ide anta. Yenappa angala heltene nenu. That's how it works. See, that is the beauty of life, alva. See, imagine you got a number from a girl, you somehow spoke, that went one route. Suppose you had not met that girl, I don't know what the life would have been. And it would have been another way. That's what I'm saying. It's all about what you say yes to, no to anta. There was a lovely English film called Sliding Doors. You know what they did? Sometime you must watch this film. In a metro, there's a sliding door which closes, correct? That is the name of the film. There is a character which goes inside and the door closes. Okay. Now, the screen splits into 2 halves. There is another half where the character doesn't go into the train and the door closes. Now they show both the stories. It is just 1 minute difference. 1 minute. He went inside the train. He didn't go inside the train. Now they show the whole film, how 1 minute can change a life so much. And and horrible things happen to the man who got into the train. He goes 1 minute before to the house. In that 1 minute, he sees his wife's lover. In that 1 minute, one big divorce happens. All of Galata happens. This one man who missed 1 minute later, he goes there. By the time the lover is gone, his wife is with coffee. Hi, how are you? And things are going fantastic for him. So he tells you how 1 minute in a life can have 2 different lifespans. One full of suspicion, full of betrayal, full of affairs. The other is beautiful. 1 minute saved a man's life because of ignorance of something which happened. So like that, that's the beauty of life. You don't know what life throws at you. It's a surprise. Who knows what the other number would have been. Definitely, if I had not written that number down, I would have taken another girl's phone number very soon. Yeah. Yes.
My question is in line with my colleague Nagaraj's question, that you have been proved yourself as an actor, director, producers and so on. My question pertains to how do you get an opportunity, or when did you realize that you can motivate people and how you manage to have the coherency of your thought process delivering to the audience, and which way you are finding it more suitable, and how you are turning it around, and how you find yourself.
So nice. Thank you so much. It's something, which happened. See, I've been going by whatever my heart feels about, okay? All my life. I've done only things which I like to do. Even when I was in the initial stage as an actor, I go to a school, they tell me to tell a dialogue, I'll tell America dialogue, or sing 2 lines. That I used to do. Apart from it, I always felt like telling the audience what worked for me, or what some great people have said, or what I have read. I like to communicate to it. So that seemed to work wherever I go. And people used to ask for it more and more. There was one company which wanted to do advertisement with me called Beehive Co-work. They could not afford, the terms didn't come through. At that point, that man said, can you do something else, a surrogate advertisement? I said, there is something I always wanted to do. I want to tell people about these things, my insights about what I have read. I'll make 5-minute capsules for you. So I used to really prepare for 1 month for a 5-minute capsule. I used to prepare what to say, how to condense it, how to remove all the fat. Like I told you, think like an editor, remove everything which is non-essential and present it as a capsule. I did it for 5 months, and each one of these capsules went for 1 million hits organically. That's when I realized this has value and people want it. And COVID happened. I had nothing to do at home, and everybody was in the house. So I was telling people what happened in my own wife, she used to imagine horrible things when COVID came. She would think that somebody in the family is going to die, or the brother is going to sick, and things were getting very bad. She was getting very anxious. So I made one small capsule which I read in psychology. It is called catastrophic fantasy. Catastrophic fantasy is all of us imagine the worst thing that can happen. Most of us, like when your son takes a bike and goes, first thing you think is he will meet with an accident. So hey, don't take the bike, you will meet with an accident. I say, why do you think like that? Think that he's going there, he's going to pick up his girlfriend, they're going to Nandi Hills, there's a breeze on their house, they're hugging each other. Why don't you think of a beautiful thing at all? Why do you always think negative things? Think positive. Get out of this catastrophic fantasy. If it really happens, if somebody really gets COVID, it's reality. What can you do? Face it at that time. Don't die 1,000 times before one person dies. Die once when that man dies. When I put it out like that, suddenly, everybody seemed to like it and said they want more of it. So I started reading more and more. Whatever I read before, I tried to make it more concise. To this day, when I read something, when I like something, I have the habit of recording it in my phone as thoughts. Whatever I hear, or somebody says something, I like it. On the way in the car, I'll record it. I'll keep it as somewhere, put a heading to it. Then I went on Instagram, I did something called car stories, okay? Whenever I went in a car, I used to be ready for a function like this. Why waste that time? So I used to record something, whatever I feel about. I started putting as car stories. That went big. Then I thought, it's just connecting with more people, and that's how it's going till now. It's going like this. This is the whole journey of... So the whole thing is that I like to connect with people, and this gives me a beautiful way to connect. Everything I do, acting, direction, Weekend with Ramesh, all this is just about connecting with people, that's all.
ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ದೊಡ್ಡ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಅದೊಂದು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್. ಆ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಲಾಪ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನು 145 ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿಯಾದರೂ ಆ ಫಿಯರ್ ಬಂದಿತ್ತಾ ಸರ್? ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದಾ ಅಂತೇಳಿ?
ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಅನಿಸಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. Not even 1 minute. Sir, I'm telling you honestly, I've been here for nearly 35 years, okay? First 10 years, if you look at my income, nothing to be proud of. Not even stature. I was not even a hero. I was doing secondary roles. Only in my 10th film, I became a hero, proper hero. Even then, somehow my heart is telling, this is the place you should be. Not even once in my entire life have I felt like quitting cinema. I can't do this. This is not for me. I've never felt it. Not even once.
Sir, how do you overcome that fear, sir?
No, there's no fear at all. See, it's not about, that is the first thing, sir. So it's all about being optimistic about life. I keep telling my own son, never doubt your future, never doubt yourself. Please don't doubt. I'll tell you, when I started, he's telling, I had a Luna, sir. I had a Luna. Then I bought a TVS 50. Then I bought a bike. Then I bought a Premier car. Then I bought a Esteem car. then Skoda, then something now, okay? All this how it happened, sir. If you believe me or not, the first thing I came on television, I was on a quiz show, okay? Then I did KBC later in Kannada. I've done Weekend with Ramesh. That's years later. When I started, I was a timekeeper. My job was, there is a timer in front of me, somebody will ask the question, somebody will tell the answer, I have to do this and say, time over, that's all. My job was, time over, that's all, sir. I used to put makeup for that, this record, and then half an hour I'm waiting in the TV, one close-up will come, time over, that's how everybody's life starts. When you start, nobody will say, come on, you're doing Weekend with Ramesh. Whole of Karnataka will watch you. Who's going to give you? You will start with time over. But inside, you must believe that one day, there's a KBC waiting for you. This is the beauty of it. All that you want from the external life, the biggest cars you want, the biggest bungalows you want, the biggest foreign trips you want, the biggest wealth you want, everything is finally going to come from inside you only. But that inside you is not today. It's not even tomorrow, but it is there. You must believe that. Sir, I couldn't have talked to so many people like this when I started time over, sir. But you'll come. You will build your own capacity. You must believe that, sir. Never, never, never doubt your capacity, please, whoever it is. If not anything, take this one thing from me. All that you want from the external world is inside you. It will come out one day if you hold on, if you take care of yourself, take care of your spirit, and then you upskill yourself, upskill yourself, upskill yourself. You should be the best version possible in your career, in your competence. There's no way anybody can stop you. The biggest life awaits you. That's why tomorrow is yours. Tomorrow is genuinely yours, sir. You must believe it. You must believe that you deserve the best things in the world, and please work towards it. Of course, you have to work towards it. It's one hell of a job. It's one hell of a job. But please stick on to it. Definitely, tomorrow is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much for a beautiful and elaborated speech. Yes, tomorrow is ours, and we are going to refuel our ways to lead to success. There are some of the lessons which we are going to assure you that we are going to do it in our life. That is, tomorrow will be better than today. And whatever comes in life, don't worry. We say, ashte. And understand what is the definition of success. And always do the job and add +1, +1, and +1. Add value to every minute of our life. Be aware of where to say yes and where to say no. And finally, success is peace of mind. Understand, especially others' viewpoint, and change your mindset and thoughts. With this lesson, once again, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. I request MD sir, Director Finance sir, ED Project sir, and ED Refinery sir to come forward and facilitate Dr. Ramesh Aravind and hand over the memento as a gratitude from MRPL family.